So here you have it. I mean, the Yankees made him a target. So do the Angels. So do the Dodgers. And Aaron Boone and this team has come close the last 2 years, 100-plus wins. What does this do for them?
I think this makes them the best team in the American League. I think it makes them the best team in baseball. Ravi, as we know, they have waited for years, hung on to their money, hung on to their prospects, waiting for that big free agent to come along, and this was him. They gave him an enormous amount of money, but now they have a team that hit over 300 homers last year, a team with a great bullpen, and now they put Gerrit Cole on the top of a rotation that might have Masahiro Tanaka as their fourth starter. Now their rotation is pretty darn good also. So this was the Yankees saying from the beginning, this is the guy we have to have, and they locked him up over two great contenders, the Angels and the Dodgers.
Right. So you have Cole as your number one, and then you have Tanaka, and you have Paxton
and Severino if he comes back healthy.
Right. The other interesting part, and you heard Brian Cashman earlier talk about Domingo Germán, who was a 1A. There's still some gray areas to when he rejoins the team and if he rejoins the team at some point early in the season, next season. He certainly did have choices, but it came down to New York, and he's going to wear the pinstripes and try to get them their first World Series since 2009. When the pitchers were good, when Paxton was good, he was really good. When Severino was good, he was borderline great. Germán carried them for so long, but the numbers suggested we needed, as Yankees, to make a big deal, and if you're not getting Strasburg, this is the guy.
Right. They didn't just get any guy. They got a 29-year-old guy who throws as hard as just about anyone with a tremendous spin rate. They have a guy who learns on the fly just about as well as anyone, who keeps getting better, and this suggests he's going to get better from here. He just had a historic season, the greatest strikeout per nine-inning rate of any starting pitcher ever. He struck out a batter in 73 consecutive innings, back to 61. We've never seen anyone come close to that. He's exactly what they needed, and the Yankees said, we're not resting until we get him.
He and Bauer were pitching on the same team at the College World Series for UCLA. The New York angle of this for a guy like Gerrit Cole, who, of course, was in Pittsburgh, and then he goes to Houston, where the spotlight isn't as bright as it is in New York. They obviously vet that out. What do you think his ability to pitch on that stage will be?
I don't think he's going to have any trouble at all. Not when he throws 97 miles an hour with two nasty off-speed pitches. Unbelievable command. Again, the season he had this year, nobody hit him for the last 2.5 months of this season. The last 2 years, he's gone 35-10. He's had two historic strikeout seasons back-to-back, and when he goes to the Yankees, there's no reason to think he won't be that good again.
No, and perhaps influence the other pitchers on that staff. I guess what you do, too, is you take Charlie Morton, who went to Houston and became a great pitcher, left Houston and finished third in the Cy Young race this season. It's not as if you leave Houston, you forget what you learned in Houston.
No, he learned a lot in Houston, and he acclimated to it. Now he'll go to a new spot, and the Yankees will say, why don't you try this? He's really smart, too. It's such a great combination to have stuff like that and the ability to adapt and be flexible. That's who he is.
Right. You think about now the other two teams that were in this and what it means to them. The Dodgers have Walker Buehler. They have an ace. Shohei Ohtani, an ace. Andrew Heaney, an ace. It feels like, as we learned earlier on our baseball tonight, if there were promises made to Joe Madden or Mike Trout when you signed your deal, we're going to surround you with great players. Who are the great players or great pitchers that they can surround him with if it weren't Strasburg or Cole this time?
Well, the next level is pretty good, but it's not Strasburg and Cole. It's, Madison, Bumgarner. But now the Angels have to say, well, we have to go get Anthony Rendon, because if we're not going to outpitch you, we got to score some runs.
No
the
doubt.
Dodgers have to say, we have to do something dramatic. Maybe they'll go get Rendon, but the next level of pitchers is not the same level as Strasburg, and especially Gerrit Cole.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.